action.
All right, you both have just signed the mediation agreement, so we're ready to go. The next phase that we'll move on to is the storytelling phase, and this is where we'll kind of unravel the issues that we're going to be facing today, and we'll come to some agreements. Tatum, you brought these issues forward, so if you don't mind, we're going to go ahead and start with her. Is that all right with both of you?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, Tatum, why don't you tell me exactly what brings you here today?
Well, our mom has been sick for quite a while, and she moved into my home with my family.
That's only because I work like 50 hours a week.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right, no, that's fine. Kind of like we discussed earlier, whenever we were talking about the process, we're going to try and go one at a time, and that's where the respect and the balance comes in. So we'll want to make sure that when Tatum's presenting her side, we want to make sure that we are just listening and staying open-minded, and then you'll have the exact same opportunity here pretty quick. Continue, please.
So mom moved in with me, and I have 3 kids, and I work full-time, and her illness hasn't been so bad that she's needed someone 24 hours, so it's been okay that I'm working. I do work from home, but I've got a lot of responsibilities, so I'm not able to always be right by her side. So I've been taking care of her and taking care of my children, and it just gets crazy, and I'm frustrated because Allison isn't there. She's not around. She travels a lot with her job, but I just feel like I need help. I don't know what else to do, and mom needs more help, and with her illness, she's going to get worse and worse, and I don't know how I can do this. My children are little. There's nothing they can do to help, and I'm home alone, and I need more from her. I need something, and I'm just really frustrated. So hopefully today we can figure out something, because there's no alternative that I see. I'm just drowning.
Okay.
And that's where I'm at in this.
All right. Allison, you heard what she had to say.
Mm-hmm.
What do you believe is your side of the story?
Well, here's the thing. I do work 50 hours a week, and I go out of state several times a month. And pretty much she wanted to take this on. She volunteered.
Well, Allison, you said we could do it together.
I don't let me go.
Again,
Okay.
try and keep those rules in place.
It's okay.
All right.
Well, and I told her that, we could put her in a home. That's okay. I'll help pay for that. That's quite all right with me. Yeah.
All right. So
No.
let me clarify,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe you can help me be a little bit more specific about where you stand as far as the care and concern of your mother. You are or are not wanting to be involved. Your proposition is that you think that she would be okay in assisted living.
Oh yeah, with professionals, and we could pay them to take care of her. We don't have to. We can come visit every once in a while.
Absolutely not.
Okay. All right.
I
Okay.
know what they're doing.
All right. If you guys have, while the other one is speaking, if you guys come to ideas, that's exactly what these papers are for. Just jot down some things, and we'll get to everything. I promise. Okay. So Tatum, you've heard exactly what Allison has to say and her approach to it. Obviously, we're on 2 different sides of things. We both are coming from pretty drastically different sides of the situation. What we're going to do at this point is you're both going to try and propose different ideas that's going to work for the both of you, as I explained earlier. So we'll go ahead and get into that, and basically, Tatum, what I'd like for you to do now is tell me exactly what you are wanting out of the situation, and be as specific as you can be, and we'll try and move forward with that.
Well, I have to address what Allison just said. I'm so opposed to mom going into like assisted living or anything like that. There's got to be another solution. I'm really frustrated. I thought that we had agreed that mom would move in with me, and I don't mind her being there. We actually enjoy her company, and she seems happy. I just need some help. So when I've asked her, or thought I've asked Allison to come over and help her, get mom changed, into her pajamas and help her with any dinner in the evening while I'm helping my kids with homework. She's getting ready for her trip, or she's leaving town, or she just got in from town, so she's going to see her friends. She is gone a lot. I understand that, but we've got to take care of our mother. I mean, we want somebody to do the same for us. And in our family, that's something that's always happened. Even, our grandparents, there were always people to help care for them.
Okay.
So I just need her to help.
All right. Yeah, I get exactly what you're saying. This is a family issue, so it can be pretty emotional, and I understand that a lot of times people feel pretty stretched, and people don't feel like they have the opportunities to help out as much. What I so I understand exactly what you're saying, and I understand that you said what you want from her is to help. Can you give me some specific instances where you think her helping out would better the situation?
I can.
Okay.
Financially, it's just gotten to the point where I can't cover all of the expenses. Until now, I've been able to with her health insurance and medication. Those were covered. But now she's needing extra care and special food and special help getting out of the bed and those special beds, those movable beds. I can't afford those things. So if Allison could help somehow financially, but I'm frustrated that she's not even involved, that it is our mother, and maybe she feels she's involved in some way, but what I would like is for her to actually come over and physically spend time with Mom when she's able to. Of course, when she's traveling, you don't have to change your work schedule. You can't. I do understand that. Does that give you enough?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm still trying to figure out what you're asking.
Yeah, let me clarify a little bit what I'm taking from you, and then we can go from there.
Mm-hmm.
What you are proposing is that you would like Allison to help out financially with the costs of the different medical things that are involved, and as well as the things that it
Right.
is required to keep up with all of that, as well as her actual physical involvement. Can you tell me a little bit why, other than the benefits that you expressed of that it's going to be relieving you a little bit of some of the duties of caring for her, are there any other reasons why you think Allison should be there personally?
Well, I think it would help Mom. I think emotionally it would be beneficial for her to spend a little bit of time with Allison. We're her only two children. We were always really close growing up, and until Allison got this job, she was around a lot.
Okay.
And I mean, this was a promotion that was a good thing, and she got a big increase in her pay and lifestyle change, but now our Mom has kind of taken the short end of that. She just doesn't get to see her now.
Okay. All right. You've heard what Tatum has had to say. Do you feel like you have a pretty clear grasp on what she's asking for?
Yeah, I do. I think it's ridiculous.
Okay.
I should not have to compromise my career because she wants me there all the time. And I come and visit her on holidays and Christmas, Thanksgiving, and I don't mind sending checks. I can send checks every day if you want. That's fine. And see, if we put her in a home, someone can take care of her that knows what they're doing, and you can still go see her every day. So I think that sounds
All right.
still like a good idea.
Okay, so we work. Seems like from what I'm taking from you, and you can help me again. I'm going to be paraphrasing here. You are willing to help financially, equitably, things like that, so that everything is mapped out financially. So that's something that you're fully ready and willing to contribute to, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so that's something that we will get together later, and we'll be more specific and draft up and be able to get you all prepared on a financial agreement and schedule, so on and so forth. But what I hear a really specific difference is the kind of position on where the mother should be placed, where your mother should be placed, and your actual involvement. Tatum has expressed some different things as far as kind of family tradition of being involved and things like that. And then you've expressed that you do have an importance on your career and that you feel that she would receive adequate care in an assisted living center. Now, in this situation, neither of you have really come to anything along the lines of a compromise on that issue. So, Allison, what I'd like for you to do now, if you don't mind, is maybe why don't you see if there are any ideas that you think that could be proposed from either end to kind of help that situation. Since we know it won't work specifically with what you've both proposed, let's move on to something else. What do you think that we could do?
Well, since she's so wants to be around Mom all the time, I don't mind if she stays there at her house, but I just can't be there all the time. So.
Okay. You said you can't be there all the time.
Yeah, I'm out of state.
Are there any times that you can be there?
Well, I mean, there's a couple days a week that I'd stop by if I needed to.
Okay. How many days specifically do you think that you could?
Like 9?
1 day a week? Well, let's see what you're available. We'll see what you're willing to propose, and then we'll check in and we'll make sure and kind of see where we can go from that. So at this point, you're saying you can only dedicate 1 day a week. Is that correct?
Well, that's what I would like to do.
That's what you would like to do is to be there 1 day a week. Okay.